Hey guys, welcome to a brand new episode. Today we're taking a look at some of the hottest projects on the blockchain right now. We've got some new games, some little updates on things that we've looked at in the past, some big games out there at the moment in the blockchain game space. We've got so many different options, and I think one of the things that we're going to look at today just shows how many games there actually are in crypto and actually how the quality is significantly improved. So first of all, we're going to kick things off with our sponsored video. Check it out. Here we go. First up, we have Portal Fantasy. This is a free-to-play pixel adventure RPG game playable as two roles, heroes and architects. It's a place where you can befriend, raise, and fight alongside portals as you explore the different worlds as a hero. You can create and design worlds to be encountered by other players on their journey as an architect as well. Portal Fantasy brings together two roles and revolutionary game mechanics together in this modern twist to this classic gaming genre. The game comes from an all-star team that's extremely strong on both game development and blockchain. They have decades of gaming experience working with some of the biggest studios in the industry such as Ubisoft, Disney, Nintendo, Haemimont Studios, Ironwood Game. And on the blockchain side, their native developers are from top-tier algo trading firms and more, and have years of experience writing optimized smart contracts for arbitrary liquidations, running their own nodes, everything that is going to be needed to make this game a success on the blockchain. Everything is made in-house. That includes game development, stunning art, original music, and even their own webcomic series, which you can check out now. They've already got 16 episodes available for you to be able to see. The best show I can give you of this is their game trailer that they have now available. Check this out and let me know what you think in the comments down below.
Unhappy? Looking for some excitement in your life? We're going to blow your tiny mind! Portal Fantasy! Welcome, hero! Wait, really? You're the hero? Well, time to scoot, little newt. Solve interesting puzzles, see spectacular landscapes, get your butt walloped by our magnificent portals. Portals? They're just these cute little monsters who will try to murder you any chance they get, unless you capture them first. Don't mash buttons. What are you, a child? A monkey? It's like a dignified game of chess. Chess mixed with fencing and magic and monsters and energy drinks. Optimize your team. Take down epic enemies like this demonic psychopath. Capture all 100 baubles. Visit our amazing shops. Buy interesting items. Our shopkeepers are friendly sometimes, but Portal Wanderer, I promise it's all worth it. Because if you're really good, you might become an architect and rip apart time and space to create your own reality. That's right, build your own maps and quests. Share your creations with other players and crush other players into fine powder. Become a god. Drive them from their homes. Turn their livestock into pillars of salt. Destroy the... We hope you enjoy your stay. Portal Fantasy!
So there we have it, their trailer. I think they're really keeping in line with their vision, which is all about games being fun first, and blockchain should only be used where it makes sense. This is going to be free to play, and in my idea, that's where blockchain and NFTs work best. And also the gameplay just looks really fun, and I think just the style of the trailer, the fact like the humor within it, things like that make it quirky and more engaging, I think, personally as a gamer. And I don't think anybody has yet really nailed a good pixel game that is on the blockchain. So this is a good one to look out for, I think. For them, what makes their game different is exciting gameplay and epic quests, balanced sustainable economy, optimizing towards player, not speculators, and a game for everyone with endless content and limitless fun. You can check out their roadmap and all the details on their white paper if you want. And what's more, we won't be waiting long to be able to get our hands on this. The closed beta is available on the 28th of March. Support Fantasy community with the Order of Lazarus Discord role on the Avalanche network will get that early access. April 4th, it will be available to Avalanche network players with a beta pass, and then 11th will be available to Polygon network players with the beta pass. If you're wondering when the beta airdrop is happening, here are the dates to keep in mind. 24th of March will be the Avalanche beta test, and 10th of April for the Polygon beta test. And all you have to do to get a beta pass is participate in the social media beta pass challenges on Twitter. So you can go join the Twitter. All the links to the socials socials are down in the description below. Go check them out, join up to them, and then join their Discord. They have a bunch of other socials, including Instagram, Facebook, Reddit, and Medium page. So for example, on the Twitter, they had a follow, like, and retweet, and comment your answer that ended on the March 17th, but keep your eyes peeled for more opportunities to get one of those beta passes across the different social channels. And what's more, by joining in on the closed beta, you actually get access to loads of cool perks. So all the things we see listed here: custom OG username, hero avatar border, a limited edition Pepe mini NFT, and loads of other stuff. Definitely well worth getting your hands on, as this is a free-to-play game and you will be getting in on this closed beta without having to put any money down. Now note that players will have to capture a minimum of 10 portals in order to claim the PFT tokens and to enter the raffle for the 50 Pepe mini NFTs. And just for the pure gamers, the beta, you can expect 10 hours plus of gameplay with 22 portals already available, plus 40 portal special attacks and passives, 3 cosmetics, and more. Plenty for you to do in this beta. It's very, very far along. On top of it being free, there is plenty of fun stuff for you to be able to do within this closed beta. And the game is already backed by some big names out there. So we got Polygon, Avalanche, we have YGGC. So plenty of big backers seeing good potential in this project. The game also has a little mini game that you can play already on the channel, so you can get a feel for their, art style and design. Personally, for the things that stand out for me in this game is the fact that it's going to be free to play, the fact that they have a great closed beta with great rewards that has a lot of content to it as well, the fact that their vision is all about fun to play. There's a lot of good things going for this project, so check it out down in the description below. Everything I've looked at today will be listed down in the description, all their socials, their website, so go check this one out. That's Portal Fantasy. Right, on to the next game. Okay, so next to the thing that I was talking about earlier, this is Polygon Studios. This is not coming out of Polygon Studios, but these are some of the games that are on the Polygon blockchain. Polygon blockchain is a very good blockchain that has low transactions, prices, gas fees, and the transactions are really, really fast and speedy. And they're bringing out some really, really good games and a huge variety. So here we see some different genres coming out. We've got card-based games, we've got what look like MMORPGs, some of the games that we've actually featured in the past, like Boomland, and they have this really cool thing going on at the moment where you can really take a look into some of these games. These might be some games that you've not familiar with, never come into contact with, and a great access to taking a look at some of them through Polygon Studios. They've got 24 days. Let's just refresh to see if it does what it did before. No, so they've got quite cool entrance to this, but here we see 24 gaming titles and big names. So we've got Wildcard, Champions Ascension. As we scroll across, we can see more options: Avagotchi, Crixvia. We've got Tearing Spaces. Some of these games I have never heard of, never come into contact. Smurf Society, I didn't know Smurfs were coming to the blockchain. We've got Shatterpoint, we've covered them before. We have Foxy Tactics, I've definitely heard about. Mojo Melee, we've done a video on them. So some really big titles coming to the Polygon network. Zoe's Wild Arena. There's 2 more that are currently locked. So you're able to take a look at these. So if we go to Wildcard, we can get a little insight into what this game is. So this is a game where skill and strategy meet in this PvP collectible card-based arena action game, where the cards you choose for your deck and the synergies matter as much as the skill champions. This looks like a little bit more advanced than your typical card game. So we see these 3D arenas going on. Summon to battle. So yeah, we've got this, obviously, not just going to card and seeing who's got the higher value. There's skill and movement and strategy, laying down some of the different abilities that you can play. The effects on this look great. The standard of this looks brilliant. And you can click play now. So this will take you then to the website of Wildcard, and you can play the arena, check it out, check out some of the details on it, go into a little bit more detail about what this project is bringing. I had not come into contact with this one, so these are hopefully some good games that you can take a look at the different genres, see what suits you, and pick one that maybe you want to either invest in or just wait and hold out for and play, buy some NFTs for. Doesn't look like the game itself is actually out yet, but it is definitely making some good progress based on what they have so far to show in their trailers. So yeah, you can take a look at all those different games and all the specific details and see if any take your fancy. In there, we do have a game that we featured heavily, and that's Champions Ascension. So Champions Ascension is a rewarding, deeply crafted combat experience that allows you to crush other challenges in the Colosseum Eternal. And this game comes from Jam City, a really experienced studios that has worked with some big titles like Harry Potter before. They acquired Ludia Studios, which was on Jurassic World Alive. So some big names. We've got Snoop Dogg back in them. And yeah, this has a really good strong social element to it. It's got some mini games to it, and then it has this main fighting system where based on the alpha and playing that, it's got some way to go in terms of just refinement, but the basics are all there, and it functions really well in terms of, you know, being a battler where you're making choices and decisions to deal with your enemy, do damage, but also counter some of their moves and defend against them. So here we can see the combat arena. So Champions Ascension is definitely one to keep an eye on. I have NFTs. I bought some of the original Champions Ascension Eternals, and I'm still holding them. It'd be interesting to see actually how they're valued. So obviously with the change in ETH price, NFTs are significantly less than when we initially bought them. So if we go to buy champions though, we can go to the OpenSea, and they actually have the Prime Eternals, and they have the ones below that you can actually pick up as well. So I think there's champions, and then I think there's Eternals. So if we go to check out mines, we see the average price is 0.41 ETH. So I don't think that's made a change, but the price in ETH has changed. So the 3 that I've got would be worth about 1.2 ETH, which is quite a lot. It's around $2,000. So I think they're actually my biggest hold in on OpenSea in terms of like them worth the most. I hold a bunch of other NFTs that I don't think have much value at all. So yeah, there we can see I've got a lot of NFTs, but not a lot of NFTs that are worth a lot. So there we have it, an elemental that I own. So this guy has wings, rain hope, 2% have this trait. No idea exactly what's rare. So there we go. I've only actually got one elemental. I don't think I'm minted properly. Oh no, I didn't take advantage of all the mints. So we have pets in there, 0.1 ETH. Yeah, but we've got these champions that are worth 0.41 ETH at the very base price. But some of them might be worth a little bit more because I think they have 3 prime parts, 3 divine. This one's got 2 purity and 2 divine parts. Okay, so I could accept $661 for it right now. But this is slightly higher in rarity, as it has 2 out of 5 purity. Not amazing, but it's not 1 out of 5, which is the worst of the options. But yeah, still holding some value. I think that it was around 1.4 ETH. It's just the price of ETH has gone down. If you do want to get involved, you can always pick up a elemental to be able to battle with, and that is going to set you back about $50. But Champions Ascension is definitely one of the bigger game titles coming out on the blockchain. The quality is going to be really, really good. They are going to consistently make updates. With this being their first Web3 venture, I think so far they've done everything right, and I imagine they'll continue to do so. So this is a safer project to invest in if you think it is, if you want something that is more long term. But Polygon Studios is not the only place to experience high quality gaming. We have some big games coming out on the Solana blockchain, big games coming out on Ethereum and Binance. This is a game that comes on the Solana blockchain. So this is ev.io or Evio. And this is a game that has been running tournaments that look really, really cool and really, really fun to play. So this is a first person shooter. And there was the Kagi. And they look like they're doing good things based on, if we go to their YouTube channel, you can see some of the tournaments that have been going on. And it looks like it's like a low to somewhere in between the low and high quality in terms of gameplay and graphics. But in terms of just the game mechanics, they look really, you know, consistent and solid. So here we have, they've been running tournaments. So this is a $5,000 Coinbase tournament involving one guy, a 1v1. So user interface looks really cool. I think it looks crisp in terms of seeing what your health is and, you know, seeing which weapons you have.
They know how close it is. It could literally just be up to a single kill. Big boy currently in the lead, if I'm not mistaken.
Right, looks like Lex wants to know. Oh,
looking for shots now. Connecting sniper across the map. Well done.
so is this overall 2-0?
Here as Lex now backing all the way up. Will be getting.
I mean, personally,
Lex one. Oh, actually gets caught.
I don't think I'll be able to beat these.
So Big Boy now into the lead. Watch those pesky little mines. Watching and waiting for Lex one. All he needs to do is hit the body shot.
Oh.
Follow up with the finisher. Close range though, Lex.
Oh, comes back with the shotgun. I thought he was done then. As you can see, gameplay looks solid. You can go check out their website. Got Europe Deathmatch, 8 players, Phalanx. Equip an NFT to start earning cryptocurrency for every kill in modes. So they do have NFT collection that is available for you to be able to pick up now. So we can go to Magic Eden Fractal to be able to pick up some of the characters and weapons on there. Click to play. So you can click to spectate. I imagine you have to log in. But being Web 3, it's very much quick and easy to pick up. Just enter in as spectators. My only small gripe with it would be that it does look a little bit, there's kind of like drops in FPS. Does look a little bit, doesn't look smooth, but looks a lot of fun. And we're seeing a lot of these games coming out now on the blockchain. FPS or third-person shooters that are up to a much higher standard in terms of they're playable and, you know, they're fun to play. But I think this will be, if it will attract enough attention to get a couple of good players on it. But I don't think this is going to be one of those big titles in, you know, 2 years time when we see things like Shrapnel that we saw in last week's Hot Projects video, which looks way more advanced, way more clean in comparison to this. But those games are going to be years off, I think, whereas this is ready now for you to be able to play. Okay, next up we have a game that we featured a long time ago, and I always pegged this to be one of the best looking Pokemon-like games. This is a blockchain-based MMORPG with NFTs at its core. You can collect, train, and battle. The thing that I thought about this when I first saw this, though, is it definitely was going to take a lot longer to produce than other games because of the quality of what it looked like it was trying to build. And on March 16th, we got a little sneak peek into some of the progress that they are making. And it looks really good, really clean. They've kind of stuck to what they were aiming to build, which is a high quality MMORPG with a selection of beautiful champions in the game. And you know what? I think this clearly, just based on looking at this, you can see that they are building, they're focusing on the RPG element strongly, where a lot of NFT games have not focused on that. It's just kind of like battling, and the training is very simple, you know, Tamagotchi style. But this looks a lot more detailed, and loving the kind of the actual champions that you can see on the screen that you can go and interact with. See, following some of the NPCs. So just running us through the battling system. Going up against some of the other guys. Wait, he's got the higher levels. He's alright. See Brachus, Ebram. And some of these NFTs you can actually pick up now. This is actually on Polygon network as well. So if you're going to pick these up, cheap gas fees. Now, I think because this has been like, it came and then because it didn't produce anything very, very quickly, I think some of the people kind of lost interest in it. But I think because of that, it presents a really big opportunity. It'll be interesting to see what happened to the token because they do have the Champs token. Let's check this out on CoinGecko, which was doing all right, but then it came down significantly when we entered into the bear market. Interesting to see what it's done with the release of footage like that, because things like that just instill more confidence in the project. So we see a 5% bump today. If we look at the week, we are seeing 0.129 up to 0.125. It's almost a 20% bump, which is really good. 14-day. Let's go to 30-day actually. 30-day. Yeah, so we saw as the release of this footage came out, we have seen a 50% bump in the token price. At low it was at 0.0009. So yeah, it's coming back up to where it was around December of last year. But if we look where it was, you know, we're talking, it was at one point up at $1. So it has come down significantly. Like, it has lost almost 99% of its value. But you know, all the payouts of the tokens for allocations, they've mostly been paid out. You're probably gonna obviously be coming into the around the 3-year mark. You're probably going to see some of like the team allocations being distributed, but looking pretty good in terms of where it's at. I think when they release the game, you might see another bump in that. It's whether you see potential in games like this in the NFT gaming space, whether this is going to be something that is significantly popular. Based on looks, it's definitely beating everything else out there. Revamon comes close to it, but it's just slightly lower res graphics. I think this is a little bit more detailed. I mean, that's it, a bit more cleaner. Just needed to refresh on the screen. So yeah, really optimistic about NFT Champions now based on what they've been putting out recently. And then finally we go to Gala Games, because get ready to bunker down and gear up. The Walking Dead Empire's public playtest is open tomorrow. So a place where you can form alliances with players, explore 81 zones, up from 9 in the previous playtest, new PvP battlegrounds, and claim territory as your power grows. This is available on Mac and PC. So this is a huge step for the game and for Gala Games itself towards creating games which I think are going to attract people beyond the blockchain, being that The Walking Dead is such a huge IP and they did very well to capture that. I think this is going to be a significant game, and you can pick up NFTs around this game by going to the Gala Games website, but they're very expensive. Like, everything on there is quite costly. So we go to games, and imagine we'll be able to go to the marketplace, accept all. You can see they've got so many games out now. They are really the biggest gaming and NFT gaming studios out there. So we can go to Walking Dead Empires, and let's say you wanted to buy a prepper pack. So there's 341 of these remaining. Now there's a 75% off discount on this. So this will equip you with 3 hero card packs. So you got 5 rare crafting stations and 3 rare hero card packs. And that will cost you 42,929 Gala. So if we go to check out the price of a Gala token at the moment, currently each token is worth 0.04. So let that sink in. And if you haven't figured it out, it's a lot. 0.04 times 42929 equals $1,717. It's such a huge investment for anybody to make into an NFT. And then, you know, when you start getting into some of the even higher quality items, so if you were to pick up a hero card ancient pack, that on its own would cost you 107,324. So that's around, you know, 2.5 times of the prepper pack at what, over $4,000, and that's just for one card pack, for one hero card pack. So when we look at some of these weapons as well, look at this legendary, an ancient Georgia Arsenal, 643,000. That's just extreme. We do have cheaper options. There are things that you can buy for lower down price, but look at these. Just if you go for the uncommon, it's 12,000, and then 1.384 million. Wow. Okay. Yeah. So you can see that getting involved in this project is expensive. Maybe if you caught it earlier, some of these prices would have been different. You know, Gala token wasn't always at 0.04. There was a period of time where it was lower than that. So in January, it was at 0.016, so basically more than half price. But there was also a time where Gala tokens were at 0.27, so that would be significantly expensive. There was also a time where it was at 0.71, so imagine buying that, and well, it would have lost significant value. Look at the opportunities that were available in 2020. So it being at this price, if you bought like 1,000 here and then sold it here, you would be a millionaire. You would literally be a millionaire. And the question is, you know, crypto is still very relatively young compared to other, you know, pound and dollar and things like that. But is it going to go back at some point to those prices? Over time, I do think there is going to be another opportunity where you're at least going to see a 10x on one token somewhere. There will be that token that is just gold, hitting it at the right time, where there will be a 10x somewhere out there. We've seen it many times before. But it's just about, you know, picking your projects of what you think has longevity to it and has potential to do well in the future. If they, you know, if we start to see mass adoption with some of these games, and people need to buy some of these tokens to be able to play something that's really popular, you know, the crypto version of like Pokemon Go, where there's a huge, you know, just pool of loads of people playing it, that's when you'll see token prices seriously skyrocket, because, you know, we've got very, very few people gaming on the NFT gaming circuit. But then if you take into account normal gaming, if you took all those people and, you know, $10 from every single one, there'd be so much money going into some of these tokens. It's just about waiting for that next big thing that's going to be a huge cultural craze. So yeah, hopefully in Hot Projects we will pick one of those projects. That's everything for today's episode. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. If you have, please leave a like on the video. Always helps the channel out. Hit subscribe if you want to keep up to date with future content. That is all from me. See you guys soon.